The masses won't mind.
Well, hello there, humans of his earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka, Blitz. You probably know that because you're here. I mean, it seems like a truth that is self-evident, humans. It's great to be here. Great to have you along for the ride. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves in the world. Where JC do a test there? No, okay, I'm confused. JC, are you here? What have you done? Did you do a $2 donation, or am I just dreaming?
No, that was me.
When did you do that?
Oh, I don't know, 20 minutes ago.
Okay, let me see. I don't know if it popped or not. Now you got me confused. I'm not, and that's not hard. Let's be honest. It doesn't take much. Hang on, 1 second. Let me do a test subscriber just to see how this goes. Yes. Excellent. So it is working. Excellent. Lovely to know. Welcome aboard the Pain Train, boys and girls, as we have a look at the 4 dislikes already. Gee, it's a tough audience. It's a tough audience. Welcome aboard the Pain Train as we have a look at the tech tree. The tech tree stream. The first tech tree stream we've done for a little bit that's not like just catching up with the line Wargaming's dropped or doing something like that. This is the old Mouse in the House line. This is one of my favourite heavy lines in the game, really. It's pretty funny because it's got superstars and it's got also-rans. Although, to be fair, the also-ran that I'm talking about here is going to be the VK4508. And it's been buffed a couple of times since I last did a proper run in it. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in that one today. I'll be fair and open-minded with it. Have a chat and have a look and see exactly where that thing is rocking and rolling. And we'll be honest. Yep, talk to me, Johnny. What?
I was going to say, don't forget, you've got to play the T-34.
No, it was was it the T-30? I think it was a T-30.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was the T-30. Hang on, I'm sorting out the old eyeballs here. I've got the vacant eyeball stare going on. Oh, dude, I've changed some things on the stream, and it's all happening. The lighting's altered. No, the lighting's altered. Dude, exciting times for a young man. Let me just. Am I going to muck around with this on the fly? How's the head look? Does it look? Can you see?
Looks great.
Ah, screw it. We're just going to go with this.
I can see the eyes.
Can you go through the eyes? I'm enlarging my noggin here. The eyeballs being seen through. No. Look, scared. Young children are everywhere are scared. We'll just leave it like that. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, we're going to kick this off with the VK3001P. Thank you very much, J-Man. You're an inspiration. Russell Westbrook, you're a bit of a ball hog. I don't think you're an efficient shooter, but I do love the way you play, mate. Balls out, nothing but effort and expression. So good on you too. Sticky Fruit Roll-Ups, good to have you aboard. Everyone, let's kick this off. Now, I'm starting this at tier 6. I've done these other tiers and other lines. I'll briefly touch on this. You can go down. The reason I'm not doing more than tier 6 is because if you look at it, it's like a bird's nest trying to look at how you get to the VK3001P there that is in the middle of the screen and shuffling off to the right of Buffalo. From the LTA, you can go down the 35T line, or you can go down the Panzer II line, and then you can drop up to Panzer IV-A if you want, and then you go Panzer IV-D, Panzer IV, and it's all over the shop. But I've covered most of those tanks in other streams and other games. What I want to be covering here is the stuff that leads you directly on up to the mouse. So that's going to start with the VK3001P, and it's the only medium we're going to be reviewing today. The only medium in the line, and it's pretty cool. But it's not what you'd expect. It looks a lot like a Tiger P, but it's quite different. I'm going to have a quick look at the armor profile, and you can see there, you've got a lot of armor on the front for a medium tank, but it's got a big, flat lower glacis, or rather front, and then a very easy to pen lower glacis. So if you look at the pen numbers, the shooter, let's make it a tier 6 tank, so it's a little bit more fair, not a 62A. T3485, that seems like a reasonable facsimile of a tier 6 tank. There we go, you can see all green, all really easy to pen. It's actually running. Wow, okay, see, it's even easier than I thought to pen. And it's not particularly strong in terms of armor. What it does have going for it, as you can see, is 8 degrees of gun depression, and it's got a 220 Alpha gun. It does have a 75 and an 88mm. Personally, I'd run the 88mm. The 75 will give you about as much DPM as, say, a VK2801, but I like an 88mm on a tier 6 tank because it gives you a 220 Alpha shell, which is a lot more intimidating and allows you to play a bit peek-a-boom, which fits in with the profile of this tank. I don't run anything out of the ordinary in terms of spare parts. You're looking at letting your aim time get all the way down with your V-stab, maximizing your DPM, sticking with as much armor as you can possibly have, increasing your traverse. I wouldn't mind. That would be the only one that I'd possibly change, whether you go with traverse or an engine accelerator, because it doesn't have amazing raw stats for your engine and your mobility. So you can get away if you want to run that with a with the engine accelerator instead of the traverse. I could live with that as well. It's not particularly super mobile. Hey, like it's mobile enough, but it's not like flying around. Can't stop the thing. You know, that's where you're at with it. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Tier 6 tank.
I actually really enjoy the 3001P. Got several masteries in it. It's a strong tank.
Yeah, there's a lot of tanks like this in the German line that don't get a lot of... there's not a lot of love for them because they're kind of nondescript. They're not outstanding tanks. They're not tanks that people go nuts about. And so you end up with situations where they just, you know, they do the job. And there's a lot to be said for having a tank that'll actually bloody well do the job. Now, it goes 60 kilometers an hour, so that is quick. But horsepower-wise, you're right in the margin of error in terms of power-to-weight ratio. It's not going to be over the top. Like a VK2801, for instance, has 30.9 horsepower per ton. This and does 65 kilometers an hour. This does 60 kilometers an hour and has 20.94 horsepower per ton. And it gets even more interesting when you go to like a effective horsepower per ton, where they take into account terrain resistance. So your terrain resistance stats on this thing are like 0.9, 1.4, and 2.1. Now, for those of you who don't know about terrain resistance, I know most of us here know everything there is to know about tanks. Terrain resistance is a stat that Wargaming give the tanks that's unseen. It's invisible. And basically, it shows you your movement on soft terrain, hard terrain, and medium terrain. There's 3 different types of terrain in the game, right? And the lower the numbers, the better. Well, a light tank or a really fast medium will have very low terrain resistance numbers. This tank has reasonable terrain resistance numbers. 0.9, 1.4, and 2.1. Whoa! Really need to start paying attention because I wasn't really watching that guy there. What you got going for you, really got going for you, is you've got 8 degrees of gun depression. This 2801 is going to absolutely come and have a crack. Can't help himself. Yeah, you've got a lot of gun depression. 8 degrees of gun depression is actually quite a bit on a 220 Alpha gun. As long as we're patient, I mean, we haven't even lost the first 50 seconds. Too much chat there, Bushka. Not enough actually paying attention to the game. Someone will eventually come around that corner. It's like a rule of law. I'll be amazed if no one can hold their nerve that long. Another one. Come on, next one. Oh, you want it. Don't know where that went. I'm a bit worried about him. We've got an M4 who's going to be over there into that. That's cool. Being patient, doing the right things, and it's an easy carry by the rest of the team, not by me. That should be pointed out. So you can see, even fully kitted out, it doesn't fly off the handle. It doesn't go really, really quick, really, really quickly. It can get up to that 60 kilometers an hour. It's kind of like a guide more than a rule. Yeah, I knew he was going to pop. Sure as death and taxes, that KV2 was resetting his camo for another little bit of action. We're not having the best of luck with stuff. Oh, well done, KV2. Just chasing the stats there. So you can see the 220 Alpha is pretty cool. It's a lot to actually have at tier 6 on a medium tank. The T-3485 also gets the same kind of deal. Not the T-3485, I digress. The T-34, where are we? T-3485, no, we're tier 6, aren't we? T-3485. It's got a 200 Alpha 85mm gun. You get a 220 Alpha 88mm gun. You also get a little bit more DPM, so you actually have a slightly faster, slightly higher reload, but slightly more DPM. I prefer the gun on the 3001P, in fact, than the gun on the 3485. And I think the 3485 is a good tank, don't get me wrong, but the extra degree of gun depression you get on this is really worth its weight in gold. The armor's very flat, so you're not going to bounce a lot, which is really, really important. They finished off. Kind of just screwing around at the back. Let's go again. You're not going to bounce a lot, so you've got to find positions where you can just take what's on offer, really. Your bald spot is a little bit brighter today. Let me adjust the headphones so I don't shine bright like a diamond. Oh, whoops, my head's coming out the top of the frame. Need to edit that. See if we can adjust this frame, maybe. Odd. Which is no surprise to anyone who's been watching the channel for any length of time. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Not really.
Not really.
We're pretty...
Oh, I don't agree, no, Yamimi. The mobility is good. It's not excellent. And the gun is good. The gun on this is actually good. 220 Alpha. Yeah. It's 220 Alpha, mate, and it's .344 dispersion, which is just fine for a medium tank at this tier. It's also got a reasonable aim time. It's not great, but it's reasonable. Oh.
Hashgasm tog, hashgasm tog, hashgasm.
Okay, Stinky. I know that's you without even looking at the thing. Oh, Stinky. Hashgasm. I'm amazed. Okay, so the Streamlabs widget that actually allows you to have text to voice, right? It gets all kinds of words wrong, but it gets heshgasm. Like, it actually correctly pronounces heshgasm, which I find amazing. Now, this has really good terrain resistance stats on hard terrain, right? So roads and things, it'll fly, and you can see that 2801 really getting out ahead. But that's one of the most mobile tanks in the tier. So you're not doing badly. You're just not amazing. What is this 34 doing? Dude, you're desperate. You can go round. Letting that camo reset before I go anywhere near that. There's no way there's not people camping that corner. One guy spotted. T-34 is about to spot a lot of other humans if he's not careful. One. Let's tracked him. Sherman 5 down there. Right. Alright, I'll bite. Let's have a crack. We've got this bloke pushing hard across the T-34. There's no one there, obviously, if he can get that far in. AV1 can stay there, where he is. There's our guy.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Just backing up, resetting my camo. The reason I like a 220 Alpha gun more is quite simple. It's a lot easier to reset your camo and get shots in. So those guys are all around the outside. That guy's isolated, the KV1. rest of the team's not moving. Come on, guys. You can't go front on with a KV-1. Oh, there's an AT-8 there. Righto. I take it all back. Seriously? You're a KV-1. Oh my god. Let me know when you grow up here, mate. Come on, guys. You've got to move up. Big flat German sides, that means you can side scrape pretty easily. A drive wheel in this for me somewhere. I missed it. This is really something it does quite well. This is interesting because there's a lot of good tanks left there.
Looks like that one went right through.
He's going to push. I swear to God, he's got the boops with me. Yeah, he's pushing. 220 Alpha. And we missed the kill shot. Excellent work. AT-8 next. He should be looking the other direction. Oh, he's gone already. There we go. So you can see the gun's actually really good. That 220 Alpha let me go mano a mano with those heavies, right? It really did. And the flat German sides mean that at this tier you can effectively side scrape that thing. So there's 2400 damage, first class in a medium, and I was playing opposite AV1 and an ARL and an AT. And we managed to side scrape and actually bounce a lot of shots out of both of them because the tank has flat sides. Let's have a look at that quickly. And it's a hallmark of these tanks. You can see those sides there. They're not particularly thick, right? But if you get them into, it's only like 60 millimeters of flat armor, but no one's going to overmatch you really at that tier. And that means you can side scrape them as long as you're not showing that little bit there, the 75 millimeter side bit. You can side scrape pretty effectively, which is important for a medium tank at this tier. So you've got gun depression, you've got reasonable mobility, you've got a gun that'll do 220 Alpha, decent pen numbers, 145 millimeters of pen is plenty at this tier, and winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, let's have a look at the Tiger P. I think that's pretty much where it's at. Now, this tank experienced a brief but amazing career. It's like, it shone very, very brightly. It was well and truly the star of World of Tanks Blitz through a whole patch where it had the best armor in its tier, the best DPM in its tier, and really solid mobility and a really nice gun, which was, in a huge surprise to no one, a bad idea for tier 7. You had a whole bunch of Unicums pop on down to play the Tiger P. Now, let's have a look now at the tier 7 heavy tank Tiger P. Straight away, you can see the line has got very, very different. You have this big weak point on top. So when you're side scraping, you want to try and get a wall, much like I was in that last game with the VK3001P, and hide that massive hatch behind a wall. And that means that if they can't see that massive hatch, then they've got to deal with the armor profile, which is daunting to say the least. Straight square on, you've got 294 millimeters on the shoulders, 200 on the front, 260 on the gun and the gun mantlet, up to 330, 380, and you've got those flat sides again. Now, the flat sides are actually a lot bigger than the sides in the 3001P, but for all that, they are, you know, they're another 20 millimeters as well in terms of thickness. And that combined with your tracks mean you can side scrape this thing like a boss. You really want to be side scraping showing your right side as much as possible. If you can side scrape showing the right side only, and that area there, you will be a lot better off. In terms of gun depression, you are a paltry 6 degrees of gun depression. But your armor profile and what is still a very solid amount of DPM means the tank can compete at the highest levels. And it's one of the best heavies in its tier still. A 2400 DPM is not mucking around, right? That is really, really good DPM. Your bigger, heavier tanks like your Lupus, your T29, your M6A2E1, they run 105mm guns, even up to 120mm guns, and they don't have the sting that you have. They've got big alpha doses, so they want to go out, side scrape, go hull down like a T29, get a big shot off, and then retire. You've got a different kettle of fish. You've got an 88mm gun, exactly like your 3001P. You want to get time on target, because the time on target will mean you can really dump DPM. You've got like 25% more DPM. You've got nearly 25% more DPM than a Lupus. You've got 14% more than a T29, and you've got 22% more than an M6A2-1. So you've got good armor. You can use that armor. You've got reasonable mobility. It's worth a shot. Okay. They needed to. They really did need to nerf, by the way. Like, it was crackers. Absolutely crackers. Remember, we want to try and find a position to side scrape on the right. Hit that like button. I love you, Carly Butcher. You're a machine. Thank you very much for the donation, amigo.
Everyone hit that like button.
Thank you very much, Carl. Thank you for the donation. And yes, please all hit that like button. All right, now I'm going to take a shallow push through here behind the IS-2 and the KV-2. I don't want to get stuck here with my right side open, so... But I don't want to go... Oh. Well, you don't have a lot of choice here. That Hellcat's getting out wide. We're going to have to try and... watch this flank, because if that Hellcat gets side shots into the KV-2, etc., we'll be in a little bit of strife. And we'd rather be side scraping our right hand side, but beggars can't be choosers. There's a 122S, so they're all here. This is happening pretty fast. They haven't pushed right on the flank though, so we might be able to sneak a couple across into here. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting. This is way too aggressive. If I could give you one bit of advice, is don't do this at home. Okay. Because if that Hellcat pops up and supports before we clear this 29, we are going to be in between a rock and a hard place. Looking at the 29. Okay, he's given up a little bit of ground there. What about over on the right? Oh, there's that IS-2. Now you can see it's fast enough to get backwards and forwards in these peek-a-boom situations. The Hellcat still hasn't pushed up and helped, so it's all good as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here and hope that the T29 and the Hellcat don't push up. And I'm going to side scrape to this IS-2 unless he's already dead or is pulled back. No, he's pulled back. No, he's dead. Good work, Bushka. Exceptionally... really paying attention there, mate. Okay, the Hellcat's all the way back there. He can stay there as far as I'm concerned. I might put a blind shot in up there. That's about it. Yeah, he's not important. We've got to go back and help the rest of the team. The 122S here. The Helsing is the guy who's causing the most problems because these guys keep pushing out, hey. They're just desperate to get shots in. So they're pushing out. Come on, T-37. Come forward one more time. 3, 2, 1. Take a blind shot. Oh, no good. So the Helsing is nearly full health. And you've seen the Tiger P. Pretty effective damage. Like, it does a lot of good stuff, hey. We've got no Drac. Negative, negative, negative. You're a one-shot at everyone, dude. What are you doing? Bronco!
Happy belated to the birthday, boys.
Thanks, mate. Thanks very much. I got a birthday. Who else had a birthday? Was it... Yeah, Hellcat's in spawn. He can stay there. Not interested. Been camping all game, boys. Time to move. Bronco, happy... Was it his 50th? Anyone know? Or was it his 40th?
That was 50 for him.
Happy 50th birthday, Bronc. You monster.
He's a youngster.
So, here we go. I wasn't really paying attention there. That's why I got shot. I was actually looking at multiple ones. Helsings. Only thing that's going to give you much trouble really at this tier. Helsings. I got a guy moving up on my left as well, so... Yeah, clob it on the left as well in a sec. Yeah, now you're all brave. Nearly. Come on, you big dog. Come out. You know you want to. Yeah, baby. Eat that. And like it, you camping grubs. That's the Tiger P. Like, if you don't think it's strong, you're, like, thinking something else. Oh, just not a noob. You're an idiot. Go away. 2,300 damage. Apparently, I'm using the adrenaline wrong focus, and not shooting correctly because people are just clowns. Let's have another game. Tiger P, it's exceptionally good. It's a very, very strong tank. And thanks very much, Bronc, for the donation as well. We got one medium. They've got one medium. Our medium says he's going to go out. So, I mean, if he's ballsy enough to go out there in a tier 8 game alone versus two mediums and a light, then I'm ballsy enough to go with him. This isn't ideal, though. The problem is here, as you go up against tier 8 tanks, the penetration numbers get better. And it's less about the DPM or the firepower you're facing. Oh, dude, I am spotted already.
Winner, winner, steak dinner for Bronco right now.
What are you doing, Bronco? Yeah, there's that light. There's...
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit.
Someone's going to take that. Oh, man, I am absolutely up against it here.
That one didn't go through.
That Comet is just having a free reign there. I've never bounced that many times off an SDA1 in all my life. Any chance anyone else would like to get involved? I don't often say it's the team, but it's the team. Have a look at that! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our sent one said that he was going to the right, and then look where he went. He went to the left. Dude, are you kidding me? What is he doing? You grub. Our IS-3 is nearly involved in the battle, and our IS-5 is... I've got no idea. I got no idea, guys. You win some, you lose some. But that was an impressive effort. But the Comet is every bit as bad. Wow, he's killed our AT-7. Any thoughts on that, guys? I'm just checking a few text messages here while my team figures it out. I really don't know what to tell you about that one. They're all dead in spawn. Apart from our Zen, who died just there. It's all you, Bushka. Best of luck. Thanks very much, Mark Wolf.
I just figured it needed to be said.
We'll just let this one dribble out and we'll get another game in on this team.
It's all you, Bushka. Best of luck.
Okay. Well, there you go. I'm giving that Centurion a sociable player because he did press the area that he was going to go to, and then he just went nowhere near it and left me there on my own stuff. Apparently, my head is looking super shiny. Thank you very much. That's because of the lighting we've got going on here at the moment. That helps it. There we go. I've darkened the head up. Oh.
Bushka, your head is looking super shiny today.
Thanks very much, ST Lunatic, St. Lunatic. Fireball, it generally takes 2 weeks, but they haven't done them. So it could, when they do them, it'll happen. They haven't done an invoice for like 3 weeks, guys. I'll chase it up tomorrow when they're up. Or I'll chase it up tonight, actually.
Yeah. I did message you, Firebolt, about that question, and I told you that.
The Tiger P can no longer hold its own against 7 tier 8 tanks. Confirmed. Yep, you got that. How foolish was I to actually believe in another Blitz player like that sent one? Come on, guys. When do you think I will learn that you can't assume that they know what they're doing and they're actually trustworthy? I don't know if that ever goes away. I think it's just a character flaw that some people can be fooled multiple times. Like, he said that he was going out to the flank, but he just decided, nah, maybe not so much. And
take my money.
I will take your money. I will take your money. I'm right now following this IS-3. I'm very gun-shy here. There's a Borsig there somewhere, hey. Oh, this IS. IS-3, don't go out sideways. There's a Tiger P. Okay, Tiger 2, I'm happy for you, dude. You can go wherever you want, right? Okay, so there's 4 over there, 2 over here. I'm attacking. Hopefully we don't get shredded from the flank. We've got to clear these 2 guys here ASAP before they clear our guys that are doing nothing at the back. Get
okay,
ready.
guys, there's 227
excellent.
watching. 120 likes. I know there's more of you in here, so please show Bushka the love. Hit that and smash that like button.
Rattel, spot on, mate. I shouldn't get cynical at all. It's a really bad trait. And I'm not. I'm giggling. I am giggling when I say that. I'll never stop believing
Don't get
in
cynical,
people.
sir.
I won't. I'll never stop believing in the humans, Rattel. I never will. I'm a believer in the humans. More money. Oh, it's all coming in. Coming in dribs and drabs, but we're loving it, boys and girls. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support and your donations. Right, so it's going to get hectic here. We've got a Tiger 2, Borsig. The Borsig is the guy, obviously, we'd like to clear. Get another one of these into him.
Love supporting your channel.
Good stuff. Thanks very much, St. Lunatic, man. You're a treasure. IS-3 still nearly full hit points. I'm full hit points. This Tiger P's full hit points. As long as we make good trades here, we will win this one. We should win it fairly comfortably too. Good trades is where it's at. That's not a good trade. Oh god. Oh dude, come on. Come on, boys and girls.
More money for you.
Muscle it up. Muscle it up. Muscle, muscle, muscle. He was on a reload. That was written in stone.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Oh, there's my 5th kill. Gone begging. I don't really deserve it, though. Okay. Excellent work, team. That team, I mean, that team was good. Hey, did you see that? All the heavies went down. They blitzed the 2 at the bottom, turned back around, and met them in force across 3 fronts. So that's ripper chicken, whatever, you know what I mean. So that's the Tiger P. I don't feel like we've got to dwell on this one too much. I've done a video within the last 3 or 4 months on this.
Power to the Patreon grubs. Keep on keeping on, Bushka, and happy birthday, Bronco.
Yeah, Bronco, the man of love and justice from Canada. He's a swim coach by day and by night. He's an erotic dancer in a local roadside bar. You might know him as Big Bronc and Big Donk. Oh my God, I'm stopping now. Here we go. This is the tank that everyone wants to know about, the VK45-028. Now, I'm coming clean here. I hated this thing. Here we go. Crispy Critter. Thank you.
How much for you personally to do the money dance on cam for us?
I'm not doing
Rolling
the
on the
dance.
floor laughing.
I'm not doing the money dance. You don't want me personally doing the money dance ever, let alone on camera, okay? Okay, so where was I?
We've seen pictures of you in a swim trunk, so no.
There are actually images of me dancing out there or attempting to do whatever that thing is where you go down like that with Spacey from, who's a professional dancer and choreographer living in Paris. And he came over for Tank Fest last year. So the 45028, right, this thing sucked. It was one of the worst tanks in game. They buffed it, it was still bad. They buffed it again. It got a little bit better, and I think that was... It's had 3 buffs overall.
Yeah.
Haven't played it recently, so ready to have an open mind coming. The armor profile is, it's like a medium tank that doesn't go more than 38 kilometers an hour. It isn't great, but it has a 105mm gun, so it's got a 310 alpha charge in it, which is about the same as, say, just a little bit above 100mm you'll get on the Russian 44s, the 59s, 34, and yeah, all those tanks. Pen-wise, 200mm, it's a lot closer to a medium than it is to some of the big boy heavies, like your IS-3s and that, the BL-9s and that, who get 215, 255, your Carnarvons. So it's absolutely a heavium. It's not a heavy's ass in terms of a frontline heavy, like a T-29 or an IS-3 Defender or a WZ-110. And that, for that reason, it's got a lot of nuance about the gameplay, a lot of nonce about the gameplay. Here we go. No, it doesn't have any of that. You can see here 120mm armor on the front and 80mm of side armor, so it can get a little bit of a side scrape on, and it's also sloped up, which is a change from the Tiger P and the VK3001P. That's a lot more like, say, you'll find as you get higher up the tiers, you get slightly angled up flat side armor, which means you get a lot more value for money out of an 80mm piece of armor than you do out of the Tiger P's 80mm. Oh God. Okay, Lunatic. That's enough. You're off tap now, mate. No more donations for you, but I will indeed play the Stormtroopers. Where are they? Oh, dear God. When that drops, I'll play the Stormtroopers. Yeah, here we go. And I'll show you...
My wife is gonna kill me, but I need some Stormtroopers in the TOG.
Okay, okay. So that, see that, that's like still red, okay? But if we go to the Tiger, the wrong. Yeah, we go to the Tiger.
Come on, guys. Smash that like button. Show the love to Bushka for the video.
I'm just gonna play this. Play these $20. Here it comes.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Oh, look at the clock face on that. A lot of people don't know this. That's actually Bronx the Donk with a little half mumble there at the front. Dressed up in his Stormtrooper costume. Very, very exciting times. Thank you very much, St. Lunatic85, for the donation, mate. Really appreciate it. So let's play the 450A. Let's play this thing, 450A, and see where we end up. Now
I got about a 60.
Yeah? Talk to me.
Yeah, Oh, I was just saying, I did very well in this one so far. I got
Yeah.
about almost a 62% in it. But
Yeah, it's
tough.
I don't know. Look, we'll see how it goes. It's, if anything, we're going to try to use mobility, but the thing is, it doesn't have a massive amount of mobility compared to some of the other guys. Now I'm going to make the right move here. If my mediums are aggressive, oh god, no. Okay, the Centurion's up there. 34 and 1 is all on his Pat Malone. Oh, what have they got in terms? They've got a medium and a light, so they've got a 1375 and a T43. He goes up there, he is going to get wrecked. Our Centurion has finally decided to come across. Excellent. But, I mean, I'm not the kind of tank that can really help him here. I'm not. They've been aggressive. They're all coming this way too. Their 43 went shallow. Okay, so he might, unless the 1375 is over there, he might actually get away with that. So I'm going to go into a holding pattern here. I'm not a super heavy, so I just can't actually. If that 1375 is across there, he's going to get side shots into me.
Good one, Crispy Critter. Bronco's stage name is the Prancing Mare.
Prancing Mare. God. Got an IS-5 down there. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of lag here, guys. I'm getting that weird SIM card not installed thing. Happens sometimes. This is a bizarre setup, hey. They've got 3 heavies over there. We've got an IS-5 here. The Borsig's over there. The Tiger 2's. They should be able to clear that Tiger 2. Oh, God. I'm getting some weird lag.
Best part of this stream. I don't have to platoon with Bushka again while he drives the VK4502AO and Heshgasm.
Oh, I'm lagging something chronic. It's just weird. It's like device lag.
Yeah, 'cause your lag's not that bad, ping-wise.
Yeah, ping-wise looks fine. Right.
Or again, could just install special lag for Bushka.
Yeah. Yeah, this is okay. Come on, clear that. Come on. Excellent. I'm screwed. That's just couldn't be helped, unfortunately. No, the mouse is the best tank in the line, mate. I really don't think. I think the mouse is definitely the best tank in the line. No, that wasn't the internet. That was my device. It's a bit weird. It felt like see how it popped up with no SIM card installed? It does that sometimes, and it's don't know why. And I've tried to stop it. There is no SIM card in the device, and mobile data is switched off. So I don't know why it needs to tell me that there's no SIM card installed.
Probably because you bent the screen.
Yeah, probably is because I bent the screen. True, I did bend the screen. Okay, these guys could. It's clear. Yeah, this was a loss regardless. Wasn't really close. They the heavies didn't go the right way, and our Centurion and our 34 and 1 never grabbed the corner. Can't blame the 34 and 1 though. He was pretty isolated, and he had a whole lot of people against him. So let's try that one out again. Can't blame the tank on that one.
What would you do, Bushka? There's a discount going on
Bushka
for
lag
tanks.
switch tactics
So
confirmed.
for a heavium player, Tiger 2 or an AMX 5100? If you were to get either
You're
of
a
those
heavy
two.
and the Tiger 2 is a proper heavy. Get the AMX.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So I'm going to go out here. Tier 8 game. Not going to muck around trying to hold against, like if that 152 and that 101 get involved, there's a 34 there, Tiger P. I'm just not that tank. The other thing is it doesn't have fantastic gun depression. It's got 6 degrees of gun depression. G'day, Haley Sheminsky. There's a shout out for the big Haley Sheminsky.
That's a new one for me, Rob. Just random spikes.
So the 4502A, pumping around here, because basically we've got, the reason I'm going the flank is we've got 3 mediums, right? So fingers crossed everyone does their job and we get our mediums flanking around. They're probably going to end up popping over there on our left. So I'm actually going to stop this for a tick. This is like, good for the team, it's not so good for me. There it is. Yeah, I don't like this gun a lot still. Gun's a little bit pants. That's a nice shot. Rolled high in terms of RNG there, which is nice. The reason I stopped there is because you can't have everyone down that end of the tracks. See how they're all sniping from that back thing? If they get spotted, they'll get absolutely screwed. Now, this AMX M445, pushing up here on me in this 152, there's a 101 there. As he crests, I'm going to try and get a shot into him. If he crests. Excellent. There's still a black bulldog around there somewhere. Wow, he's getting screwed, that 152. Okay, here we go. And the Tiger P's coming up behind, but there's a 101 here. I'm going to try and angle. If the Tiger P pushes up, we could be in strife. 45's gone. The 101's alone. Oh. T-34 over there. 101's in a bad spot. We should be able to... doesn't have any gun depression at all, so... We got another guy coming up behind us here in a Tiger P. Yeah, this tank's alright, I guess.
Lol, my card got cancelled for sending Bushka too much money.
You're not going to find me on the train to say this is a good tank. This is still a shit tank. Sorry. I don't understand why they do this. Like, it's a heavium. It does 38 kilometers an hour, and has a 38 kilometers an hour, and has 6 degrees of gun depression. Like, that ain't. RU251 is going to dust me pretty hard. I'm going to try and get over here. 251's coming. No. Try and get a shot into him. But hopefully we roll before he kills me.
No, you don't kill me. Come on.
Our track is hit. It could break any minute. Vehicle destroyed.
It doesn't feel like a heavium. It really doesn't. Sorry, St. Lunatic. That's seriously a long name. No, it doesn't feel like a medium bully at all. I mean, the Tiger P feels like a better tank. I'm being completely honest there. The armor profile on the Tiger P is better than this. I mean, I'd rather drive a Tiger P in a Tier 8 game than drive this in a Tier 8 game. I still don't like it. I'll give it another game. Give it another game, hey?
Oh yeah, come on. Find you can get some good bounces off the upper plate.
It's not strong though, man. Like, the upper plate isn't strong.
Well, I know. You can get bounces.
Yeah, no doubt. But, I mean, fighting a T40 75mm 10, happy days. But if you're fighting like an IS-3 with AP, you've only got 180mm of armor on your plate. IS-3, Carnarvon, WZ-110, IS-5s, all those kind of tanks. Glacials, they have 200 to 230mm of AP pen. And you have under 200mm of armor on your upper plate. So You're one of the worst armored heavies at its tier. Even angling severely, can't angle it because your side armor is so weak. The frontal plate around the gun is still bad. So your armor is abysmal. Your armor's bad, right?
Yeah.
Your armor's bad. Your mobility's not amazing. You've got 6 degrees of gun depression. I just don't understand. I mean, we still got 2,256 damage out of it just because got 8 degrees of gun depression. Let me just check something. Is it because I'm running a different gun? I'm running the 105mm. What about the team? It's got 6 degrees of gun depression running the 88. Maybe I'm doing it. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're spot on, I think. No. With the 105, it's still got 6 degrees of gun depression. Is it over the sides it gets more gun depression? I don't know where you're getting 8 degrees from. It doesn't have 8 degrees of gun depression. I'm looking at it right now, mate. It's 6 degrees of gun depression with the 105. What about with that 88? No, it doesn't have 6. It doesn't have 8 degrees of gun depression. Here's my thing, right? If you've got it as a heavium, it's got to have mobility. It's got 38 kilometers an hour as a top speed. Not even as much as a WZ-110. It's not as much. I mean, it's not as much as like your IS-3s. All these tanks, they have that kind of mobility already.
Time to roll out.
So what are you doing with it? Like, what's its big draw card? It doesn't have great mobility. Like, reasonable mobility. I'm not saying it's bad mobility. So I'm being a little more careful. Like, if you've got to play it, right, you absolutely have to play it. Then you've got to use this upper plate. Like Johnny was talking about there, there is no other, you don't have anything else particularly going for you other than that upper plate, right? It's got to be a little bit more careful with it. I'll trap you. That's helpful. That's helpful for the team. Might blow a kid on that. You never know your luck in the big city. So I'm not going to expose myself here at all. I'm just going to take it very, very easy. Looking for targets. Carnarvon's trouble, man. A lot of DPM. Got a very nice gun, and he's got a lot of pen.
Yep. You say the Tiger P out of all this line is your favorite, or would you be the mouse?
The mouse. And I've got a big soft spot for the VK too. I've got a lot of love for the VK. Look at that. That's just not good enough. The pen numbers on that just aren't. Is he serious? I'm going to clear this bloke or this is going to get very ugly for me. I'm surprised that Carnarvon's coming so high up. So we're getting by here, but I feel like we're getting by more because we're playing sensible tanking than we are because the tank's really good. Going for the, if anyone's wondering what I was shooting for there, I was going for the hull, the turret ring. I mean, getting in a gunfight with a Carnarvon is just lunacy. You're always going to get shreked in this thing.
The turret ring is damaged. We can barely turn it.
See, for people who really don't rate how strong...
My wife said if I send you more money, I'm grounded.
Well, welcome to the couch, St. Lunatic 85. You're the next contestant. Now see, this is rough now. Everyone's pushed up. I've got one TD behind me, that Type 28 Proto, and he's pushing. Why do people do that? Yeah, this tank isn't much of anything to anybody, really. Why is the Proto pushing? If he was overlooking, we'd have a chance. As it is, no. Dude, why are you pushing up? Like, you were our ace in the hole. You were the one thing stopping them from pushing up. 59 doesn't have enough gun depression to get easy shots. Yeah, he does now. Well, that was a really easy win that the team managed to turn into a really bad loss.
It's mostly always the way, isn't it? They get overconfident and they
Yeah,
start to push.
they just
But
push.
they shouldn't.
I'm dead.
He's gone. Find us another target. Enemy armor is
I mean, it got plenty of bounces there because we angled the plate to one guy. And we definitely held pretty well. I mean, we still got 2,300 damage, but I don't know what the other guys were thinking. Anyway. So you can see, I don't love it, but if you want to know how to play it, like watch that last game, you saw I had one thing going for me, and that was that big upper plate. I hid the rest of me behind a rock as well as I could, and then I just angled that upper plate to the one target and got a lot of bounces out of it, which is great. All they have to do to that tank, in my opinion, is up the top speed to like 48 kilometers an hour or something. Make it a fast heavy, right? And I'd be really happy to play it. Or 45. It needs that little bit of extra zing to get it out there. It just needs a little bit more mobility, and I think because you can, if you have a tank that can angle well to one target, then you can build around that. So let's look at the 4502B. This, boys and girls, this is a real tank. This is the kind of tank that makes me roll my socks up and down. This is and I know a lot of you won't get this, but this is a tank that can really side scrape well. Again, like the good old Tiger P, you've got a hatch there. The hatch is hittable. As you go up in tiers, if you have a look at the difference between the hatch size on the Tiger P and the VK4502B, the Tiger P's looks enormous, right? But the difference is the Tiger P's running up against a heap of guns that are like 0.38 kind of dispersion on average. The VK's running up against a heap of guns that are like 0.32 on average. So you got laser beam guns out there and stuff, and you got even your heavy guns get reasonably effective at this tier and below. So your hatch does become an issue. So you want to try and side scrape your right side as much as possible. I'm going to quickly show you the armor profile here. Now it's a rear turreted tank. You can see that. What rear turreted tanks have going for them, what they don't have going for them is gun depression. If you look at the tank, you've got 6 degrees of gun depression and it's hard to use. And you've got that big weak point up there, 168mm armor. So what you want to do with this tank is use the long flat sides. And that's good because what it means is long flat sides means when you're side scraping, you can show all that side, right? All that side armor there. And then you only have to back out a little way to get your gun into the battle. If you are side scraping in a tank like the VK4502A and it's got a very forward mounted turret, then you show all this side armor there, and then you've got to roll back an enormous amount to get your gun into the battle. That means you expose the really weak upper plate. Well, not so with this big bugger. This big bugger, when you roll back, you've got an exceptionally strong upper plate, and you don't have to roll back very far. So you're only showing really the corner of it, which is really good news. So it can hold its own in tier 10 fights, and it's way undersung as a side scraper. Yes, I am wearing my headset backwards. Well done. Excellent work. Eden Chang, you're a legend. Well spotted. Well spotted. Let's have some more light on that too. There we go. Got the light back. Got my shiny dome back.
The deal for real? No, there's rooms tonight. Just a text stream.
This is a text stream. We'll be giving away a tank later, guys. Don't worry. So I'm not going to muck around too much here. We're going to go to the heavy side of things. We're not going to be all... You know, we want to engage this tank as much as possible. The thing I like about this line is that at the end at 9 and 10, there's a lot of there's a lot of consistency. So you want to basically put this tank in harm's way, and you want people shooting at you rather than the rest of your team, because, for lack of a better term, you're a big bastard. You really are. You have a lot of armor going for you. And if you can put yourself in a situation where the other team is aiming at you rather than the rest of your mates, then it's probably a good thing for them. Now, that being said, there are 3 TDs over there, 3 Tier 9 TDs, which means there's a lot of tanks with good pen. So I'm not going to just go hog wild and, you know, let myself be farmed. Spotted there as well. So I'm thinking there must be someone over there in those bushes. Put one in there just on general principle. Never know. Try and keep my angle strong and straight and then move it at the last minute. Okay, cool, cool, cool. If that T49 is back there and everyone else... Oh, okay, so they're going to get hot and heavy down here. Right, that KV5. Alright, let's see if we can't help out here. Really like to clear that Yag. That Yag Tiger has the highest DPM of any tank in the game. But he's a one-shot, so we've got to clear that.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
We're now side scraping to that SU. Right there.
We nailed them bad.
Clear the Jag. Yag. Now we're just going to go down here and be a bit of a bully. Oh, that SU's come. Late, bit late. Rather hit someone else because he doesn't have a whole lot of penetration versus me.
They're knocked out.
And you see, we don't have any damage, and a lot of the time you'll get that in tanks like Mouses and VK45s, even when you're trying to get damage, and it's not because you haven't driven it aggressively or you're not near the front line. It's quite often because the enemy team takes a look at the targets on offer and just decides that you're not worth the trouble. There's easier fish out there to fry, and so, well, when you're in a Tier 9 game and there's a lot of Tier 8 tanks, the last tank they want to be aiming at is you. When you're flat to them and your upper glacis is 300 millimeters, that's just way too much trouble for a Tier 8 heavy to deal with. So you can absolutely dominate Tier 8 heavies in this tank. Go again. Something happened that I'm head over. I'll never find out till I'm head over. We go, we're going top again. Try and put it in harm's way, see what we can get going on. Thanks everyone today, by the way, for supporting the stream, for donating, for turning up, for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. I love the game. I love the channel. I love the community. It's a really cool thing to be a part of. So thank you for that. Johnny, how do you think the new chair raising the upper bit's going in terms of the headshot?
I think it's pretty good. I think you could still come up a little bit more, have your eyes, you know.
I can't really get my eyes up anymore. It's just
no, I
possible.
know. Yeah.
I have
but
to
I mean, if you were
screen.
a little higher,
the only way I could do it is by like putting the thing in front of me.
Yeah.
Mate, I can't get any higher than this. I'm not even joking.
No, I understand. I mean, nosebleeds and all that stuff, and you get dizzy and you fall out of the chair.
I'm going to be side scraping here, and this is what I mean by a rear mounted turret. You can see how much further a rear mounted turret can poke out. No, T-34. This is not your place, mate. You are a Tier 8 heavy tank with not enough side armor. This is where this tank excels, hey. Now this is not a smart thing to do, right? Oh, dude. But I'm pushing up. Because I want to show you the tank under pressure. I want to show you the tank, you know, absolutely getting
Shout outs to MC Clan and ARO20 Clan on the NAR server. Open mouth smile.
Okay, so we've got people pushing up on our left. I'm going to move down to that. Lucky. There's a waffle tractor here. Let's start angling to him. AMX 5100. But we couldn't get much more in the thick of this if we tried. Hey, everyone is into it. I'm holding 3 tanks here. If the rest of the tank can hold anyone, we'll be alright.
We didn't even scratch
No, the rest of the team can't hold anyone, apparently.
The gunner is dead. We're trying to cover for him.
Guys, seriously. What are you doing? But you saw that. Really, really. Thanks very much for tell. Shout outs to the MC clan and AR020 clan on the NA server. I don't know what that team was thinking. You can't seriously be that disengaged. The thing is, though, I was getting fired on by a whole big-ass bunch of people, and the guys that put all the damage into me were on my flank and behind me. The guys ahead of me I was pretty okay with.
Oh, it's nice to see that leopard pushing, the ISA pushing up now.
Oh, yeah. 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 Well, look, to be fair, at least he went up top. So he was at least part of the push. But the 3 guys at the back there were not holding anything. They couldn't hold water. So there we... Oh, holy ballsack. Okay. Yep. Well, less said the better for that one. Yeah. Picture tells 1,000 words.
Yeah.
I could have done a lot better there, guys, if I had been a little less aggressive, mate. But at the same time, I think it gives you a fair indication just how tough this tank is. And a lot of people just don't rate it highly enough. Now, it's a really good training tank for the mouse too, because you've only got 6 degrees of gun depression, but you've got exactly the same kind of gun. So you start getting a feel for what you can and can't do in a mouse in terms of damage output. And you also have the same kind of issues that a mouse has, i.e. you've got very, very flat sides. Now, the mouse has much bigger sides, but it's also a hell of a lot tougher. Watch out here, watch out left, up top. Up top's our trouble. No one there.
Go to bed, Matt.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Carnarvon, bugger off. Let me see if I can do any side scraping here. No, Carnarvon's in a good spot. He'll be good when he gets killed. I'll be able to use him for... Not the best gun. Carnarvon, don't, dude. Just don't. You need to stop. Carnarvon, you need to stop, dude. Carnarvon, you're gonna die and you are getting in the way.
Yeah, that's because he's, you know...
It's got 282 hit points left. Dude, you're literally... Bye. Well done. Thank you very much. Now I can start actually playing the game. Jesus.
Yeah.
No, Chieftain, don't do the same thing.
He's determined to get himself wrecked.
So here we go. Now we've cleared this Carnarvon, and he was on our team. Basically just using his dead carcass for cover, and we've gone to APCR. No shame in using APCR. And those 2 TDs are backed off. Right, so how are we looking in terms of force disposition? I can't push around to the right. If I leave this Chieftain alone, he's going to get wrecked. And then we'd have a Yag Tiger and a Tortoise at our backs. And that is basically the number 1 and 2 kind of tanks in the game in terms of DPM. So I'm just going to back off.
Sorry, Bushka. Jam session in the basement following steak dinner. Catch you in PUBG. Unsolicited promo.
Okay, I'm expecting these guys to have pushed up now. If you're wondering why I've blown adrenaline. Here we go.
That one didn't go
RNGesus, are you serious? Are you absolutely serious?
Enemy armor is damaged.
Just going to hit some HE in if they're not going to do anything else. Something. Look at that, how it's tracking all over the place. Yag Tiger and me, like for us, this is a win as a team, right? As a team, the highest DPM tank on their team is sitting at the back, not doing a whole lot of anything, which is really, really good. Only the rest of the team can take advantage of that. It doesn't appear like they can, unfortunately.
Another one like that should finish them.
Right. Dear God. Hooray!
Enemy is hit.
You actually hit a shot. Boo bloody Ray.
Our loader is gone. We can't fire as fast.
Oh, fair enough. Oh,
Main gun hit.
good work, Yag. I didn't think you'd have that shot, but you did. Come on, 1390. You got this. You got. Oh.
Enemy armor is
Serious?
damaged. We're done for. Get out.
Well, what else to do? We like had freaking buttload of DPM in front of us. The Carnarvon committed ritual suicide. Really good game by the Chieftain. Hey, that's a really good game. And well done, Yag. You did the right thing. So did you, T49 59. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know what else to tell you there. One more in this, and then I'll jump in the Mousey Wousey. Then after that, we'll do, after one game in the Mouse, I'll do the giveaway. Something happened that I'm head over heels. I'll never find out. That's a couple of really interesting teams we've had at Tier 9 there. Yeah.
Do we need to get I reckoning in here tell you not to bleed when you're driving them?
Yeah, no, but I made a mistake there. I made one mistake, but because it was to a Yag Tiger, it cost me a whole lot more than it cost anything. It would have cost any other way. Basically, I thought the Yag wasn't going to be able to get the gun down far enough to get a decent shot at me there behind the bush. But, yeah, he did. So there you go. He wins. That's why I gave him a thumbs up.
Time to roll out.
Doesn't have it on the same control mode.
Holy oh. Da-da.
No, no, Gary Hall, give away the IS-6.
We didn't even scratch them.
Got a lot of mediums. That KB4 has got to be kidding, right? Our IS-5 is in an interesting spot there. They've got 3 tanks up top. Wow. That pattern has just...
How the heck?
hit the hatch, right? He's that's impressive because the Patton's got like rat pen. He's got like 220mm of pen on his primary ammo and like 250, 260 on his APCR. So that's impressive, I gotta say. Way over there. Patton's pulled pen. Right, if there's someone on the right, we're going to be in trouble. If there's not someone on the right, we may be in for a little good spot. Slot here. Right. That's the whole reason we pushed up there and took that hit point damage. That shot right there. Cleared the 54 and now these boys can actually do something over it.
I don't know why they couldn't clear them themselves.
Well, he can't come around. Like, they couldn't look left without exposing their turrets to the guys on the right side of the hill. They were doing the right thing. Yeah. They just needed someone to hold this side of the tank as well. So we've got a 704 in there. He's the one that's stopping us from just rolling over the top of the hill and having a wild old time. Still got this IS-5 at the back. No, M103 now, sorry. The IS-5's down. I'm not going over that edge. Like, that's just suicidal. 704 is probably back there. Wow. Okay, there's a 49. You don't have to particularly worry about a 49. 704's got 2 kills. That's why I'm not pushing out. No, guys. No, no, no. IS-5. Don't do it. He's going to kill you. IS-5. You idiot. Oh, dude. Jesus, wept. And the T-34 knows because he just died. We're going to have a... Right. Let's see if we can bait one out from this 704.
The other, I forget what it was, he went and flanked.
Yeah, it's a T-49 down on the right. There he is. Ken?
Jesus, guys. They're just like...
Alright, so I'm just holding here, guys, until we clear the people on the hill. E75 is gone. We've got hit points. We're going to roll across now. Try and get behind this rock. Just... You have got to be kidding me. That... Holy hell. Good work, 49. Well done, 49. Absolutely impressed. Now we've got the rock. Should be able to find the 704. I don't have... Come on. 200 meters?
Oh.
Enemy on fire.
So we've just been patient here. We did the right thing. We made a couple of really solid tactical moves. Made the push at the right time. Cleared the T-54. And that's kind of the job of this tank. It's not... It's... I've had some amazing games in this, and if you want to have a look at a really crazy game, go and have a look at the game I played in this to get the mastery badge in the last review I did of it. But that's your job as a heavy at tier 9, is a super heavy at tier 9. It's not just to do a buttload of damage. We used our hit point pool to go up and move that right side of the map, clear the 54, and then let the rest of the guys go and waste their hit points with the Object 704. But anyway, here we go. Let's do the mouse. Now, this is just the most heavily armored tank in the game. There's no other way around it. This is the most heavily armored tank in the game. And it's also one of the strongest statistical tanks in the game. Good God.
It's got good armor.
Yeah, it's got good armor. But statistically, it's one of the highest win rates in the game. The cheeks are your weak points, right? You've got about 244 flat. So what you have to do is angle the turret. And even angled, you can see, like, you can turn that turret nearly, it's crazy. And it is still completely red to an IS-4 running its standard with heat. See, even with heat, it only pops around, like, it's got 370 it's massive armor, hey. You don't have much in terms of gun depression, 8 degrees, but you're not a gun depression tank. Like, it's not about a sneaky little hill rolling over, taking a shot, popping back. Your DPM is absolutely abysmal. You've got spaced armor. Let's have a look at the spaced armor for days. So if we have a look at the spaced armor here on the vehicle, hide the primary. You can see there is this weird stuff on top, doesn't really do anything, but you've got this stuff over the tracks, these skirts, and that is an absolutely solid amount of spaced armor. Really, really impressive. And around the gun mantlet too, and the flat sides as well are just absolutely filthy in terms of armor. Like 185 millimeters of flat armor, spaced armor underneath it. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So your job with this tank is to take hits. If you are not at the front, if you are not intimidating and isolating targets, you're using it wrong. And it's really difficult to do at times because you've also got to blend that in with the idea that you are going to hide your weak points. And the tank is enormous. So if you are pushing a middle of a map, you're in a bad space. It's the same kind of rules as when you play Jaeger-Roo. You want to try and minimize the directional fallibility. So you only want to be able to take shots from 1 or at a maximum 2 areas at a time. You cannot angle to 3 areas at once. So you are super heavy. Your job is to go to the front, P75. You don't get to choose where you're going, buddy. That's one good thing about this tank. Anyone wants to get in the way, start trying to drive across you, you just keep driving through them. This is the key move with the mouse. See, I've got my turret angled away like that. That's it. Like, that's absolutely it in a nutshell. If you don't do that, you are going to bleed all over the floor. Need to keep it angled. We've got a huge disconnect here. Our 3 mediums have all gone to the right. If our E5 spots someone, I'll be in a position to move down and help him. There's 2 heavies there. Excellent. I'm spotted by the 54. M103. This is a bad space. What I want to do is help that E5 and at the same time be in a position to help the rest of the team.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
T30 is more of a worry than the E100. He'll pen me all the time. Wow. Super gun. By super I mean not very good. We've got 4 up here, we've got 2 behind us, and there's 3 mediums down there. This is one of the few tanks where I will disable auto aim. Because you don't want to lose control of your turret, hey.
No.
That T30's a worry. The E100's trying to buy his way out of trouble with his hit point pool. We're going to lose that E75.
Looks like that one went right through.
Pushing on that T30. If I can clear him, it'll be worth the trade. Bounce the E100. Pushing into him now. And you've got a massive hit point pool, right? So use it.
Nice shot. Our track is hit. It could break any minute.
Going for the turret ring on that E100. City area. Now he's doing the right thing here. He's angling. We've got another guy coming around behind us. All we're going to do is try and put as many shots as we can in this E100 before we go. We had a great roll there. Take another one from the guy behind us, but we can't take another one from the E100. PHE's us now, we're in big trouble. Getting our angles right is all important in this tank. Now we're going to face hug, basically. And that's the mouse, and that's why the mouse is an absolute freaking boss. I shoved it right in their faces. I gave them a chance to take it out. I absolutely made sure that they were shooting at me, not the rest of the team. And I used every bit of my hit point pool I could. Turn off your auto aim. Just beastly tank. Absolutely beastly tank.
I don't know the number of games I've lost because my team fell for the mouse trap.
Yeah, don't shoot the mouse.
You know.
Here's the thing, and RH is all about this. You're the meat shield. You want to get punched in the face as often as possible. But the enemy team doesn't realise, of all the tanks on the field, this is the one at tier 10 that does the least damage, right? Least damage.
Exactly.
Well, the team wants to go right. Okay, we'll go with the team. Fair enough.
You're going to ignore a gun. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the games you got to really watch out for are games like this, because the 183 is torture. Man alive. And crossing here is so hard for me. If I get spotted, that's why, even though I'm in a mouse, I'm all the way up the back. Because if I get spotted crossing and get side shot from a 183, that will be like 310 minimum AP pen for 930, and I just cannot afford to take that. So we've got a lot of bad guys coming here. What I'm going to do is hold this little area here, right? This is me. This is me right here, baby. All day long. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I should be flanked on the left fairly shortly as well. One, two, three. Two TDs down there. One. So at the most, we've got one tank coming up on our right. They're pushing back round. I'm going to bite off a little more territory here. But still a little worried. I've got a WZ1114 at the back. I do not know what he's doing there. I have absolutely no idea what he's doing. Hopefully this Leo pushes out across. We're just going to wait. A little bit patient. Leo might try and flank me, which would be interesting. Don't know what this guy here is doing, apart from wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, he's spamming the help button, isn't he?
Yeah, he's he might be a bot or an professional AFK or something. I'm going to push in this Leo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's a guy trolling the team on purpose.
Bow, 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 bow. There he goes. Missed him. Now, we're going to have some company here for sure. There's 183 there.
We've lost the track. We're immobilized. Nice shot.
Two 183s and a grill still. Where is the other 183? Oh.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Straight through their armor. We've lost the
Oh.
track.
See, I'm reversing at the same time as I'm turning. It moves the gun faster.
They're knocked out.
All right, let's give away a tank.
Something good? Something good? What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, let's give away a tank, boys and girls. Let's give away a tank. I figure, look, we've had 2 games here in the mouse, which has pretty much showcased how you play the mouse. Does everyone agree that's what you do with the mouse? Like, it's really good, takes a lot of damage. You know how to angle it, is amazing. Often I'll turn off auto aim like I did there. It had R3D77 Blitz had spore liner. It had spore liner in the previous equipment. You could load a spore liner years ago.
Nobody used it.
And no one used it. Yeah, no one used it. If I had a mouse, wow, you could use spore liner. You would really be kicking ass. Okay, so let's give away a Dauntless. I'm in super heavies, man. I love Supremacy, but I'm not going to place Supremacy in a super heavy and end up chasing around the map, not being able to show anyone the area of engagement because I'm basically losing on points. So let's give away a T14. I'm going to give away, here we go. I will take the 25th correct answer to the following question. They will win a T14. What is the name of the Tier 10 super heavy German tank known as the Mouse? Hint, it's the Mouse. Okay, let's have a look at these ones. Mouse, wonderful mouse. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read them out. 25th correct answer. Are you ready? MG Nolly, Ghost RC, Alok Chandel, Nick L, The Midget, Lance Williams, Carl Butcher, Rattel X Tanker, McGinn, Chariot Solace, that's 10, Kev, Jay Cudmore, The Deal for Real. Okay. Johan Corner, 10. It's 15. Mr. Gaburi's Children is 11. Okay, I don't know what that even means. Destroy is 12. Rigo Vasquez, Super Hot, Uchika Itachi, that's 20. Wet Blanket, Big Mabajama is 12. Dark Squid, Carl Butcher is 14, and then okay, this is 25. Sorry, the 25th correct answer. Oh my god, the 25th correct answer, and this guy, we said his name in the last stream, and it's very, very cool. It's Dingbat 700 space Billy. What the hell does that mean? Dingbat 700 space Billy, you are the lucky correct winner. Is the winner. Well done, amigo. Well done. Well done, Dingbat. Very particularly Australian term. You're a dingbat. I don't know if you get that in America or anything. You bloody dingbat.
Yeah.
There you go. Dingbat 700 Billy. Carl Butcher was 24. Lucky you, Carl Butcher. So tough. The best name ever, says Dingbat Billy. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, everyone who donated. I've got to play one tank before we go. I promised someone that made a donation in the last stream, made a $5 donation, so he gets to see me play the T30. I can't remember who that was, but I'll tell you what. I'll try and find. Never mind. I don't remember who that was, but we're going to play the T30. Is he a Killy Billy? What was the answer? McGinn, was it you? Did you pay $5 for the T30?
Say goodnight to Met.
Good night, Met. Go to bed, Met. Go to bed. Better turn back on my auto aim, yo. $20, man. Where's the tog? Did you pay $20? You didn't pay $20, man. I'm not playing the tog for no donation, unless it's a $20 donation, dude. I don't play the tog just for fun. You guys talk amongst yourselves if you want to organise some tog time, but I'm not up for it. Oh man, our waffle tractor has made a huge error in his life choice. He's got no support apart from me, and he is alone in the middle of the desert. And I'm about to be alone because he is alone. I'm screwed. I'm so screwed here. Nothing we can do about this. I can keep spamming the SOS button as much as I like, but the waffle tractor is not going to do it. Waffle, what were you thinking, dude? Why are you guys spamming SOS? Honest to God. None of you have anything to worry about. $1,008, we'll put the herd on him.
Tog says, play me puny human.
What a team, what a team. Oh, JC, you... righto. So there's your T30 game. I don't know what our waffle tractor was sinking out there. He's just... Basically, if the waffle hadn't pushed up, we could have held there. I could have played a pseudo heavy tank role, which the T30 can do. Our T95 is a muppet. He is basically... I've got no idea what he's doing. I mean, but he could actually win this, but that AMX is going to tear him limb from limb if... Oh, he's spotted. No. Oh my God, he can't shoot. Come on, dude. Shh. Just aim. Just aim. 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 Oh my God. Mate, just aim. Come on. Good job. Good job. There's one. Let's take that confidence and run with it, T95. Come on. Come on, Marid. There's an AMX at the top. You can't shoot him. This 54 mod 1. He's yours, baby. He's all yours. The reason I hit that T54E1, by the way, and a lot of tanks you can do this with. There, I'll show you, actually, while that's happening and that T30 is being a muppet. T95. Have a look at this, okay? And this is the same on a lot of British tanks, too. A lot of British tanks. American. Okay, and the shooter is AT.
Maybe you can give a shout out to Zach Wagner in Colorado from Ruth Wagner.
Yep, for sure. G'day, Zachy Wagner. Ruth says g'day. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Okay. Here's what happens, right, with this stuff. And it will become more apparent if I actually just switch this to AP. A lot easier to explain. A lot of tanks like T-54s, for instance, Object 140s, T-62As, Carnarvons, Conquerors, T-54E1s, they don't have chassis that go all, tracks that go all the way up to the top of the chassis. So along the area above the tracks, along there, is pennable by 150mm guns all the damn time. And I do it a lot to unsuspecting Russian mediums that think they're going to push on a 150mm gun and do it with impunity because they're side onto a tank and kind of have a look at that 62A. That's 75mm all the way along there. It's a tough shot at times because if you go a little bit further down, you get track. But the area just above the tracks before you get to the top of the chassis is absolutely golden if you can hit it with a 150mm and up gun. I've done it a lot of times with 183s where people don't realize that they're showing a tiny bit of that area and you just fully wreck them. So, Zach Wagner, Ruth Wagner is all about it. She's saying g'day. Hope you love a bit of Ruth Wagner action. She's a lovely lady and does a lot for the world. Good on you, Ruthie. Here we go. Now, JC Ware, who doesn't like me very much, has paid $20 and gets to watch me play the Tog. Oh, Ruth, you'll get a lot of love around here if you keep calling me the best gamer in the world. Not even the best gamer in the Discord room. Here we go. Okay. Playing the Tog. And then I got to go. One game in the Tog, and then I'm out of here. Tog, wonderful Tog. Tog, toggity Tog, Tog, Tog. Hot Toggies, get your hot Toggies here.
God.
I'm still negotiating with Wargaming about Tank Fest and airfares and all that kind of thing. We're looking like we're on, but you know, you can never be sure with those sneaky Belarusians.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've really pushed quite hard over there, the boys. I know that that's a great idea. T-37, you should probably leave right about now, Funk Soul brother, as I commence Operation Reverse Side Scraping. Oh no, come on, dude. I'm not driving.
I don't know. You have a hell of a good time talking Bushka into the T-28 prototype.
Yeah, that's not happening anytime today.
Yeah. I think just the T-28 would be
Why collaborate with Skate? I mean, I don't not collaborate with Skate. We've just never really talked about it. I'm trying to do oops, I didn't mean to press that button. I'm trying to do a masterclass with Skate at the moment for the ATs.
Yeah, him and the missus were tuning today.
I saw that. I've had my girl play on stream once when she came home pretty hot from a big night out, and gee, it was funny. She claimed the controls were broken and all kinds of stuff. It was very exciting.
Matchmaker was rigged.
You didn't get onto the matchmaker, just the controls were broken. It was silly. How does that work? That's ridiculous. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't like this tank. Look at the size of it. How are we getting flogged when they're everything they can to let us?
The best one was when she phoned it in.
Yeah. AMX electric disc. Oh, seriously? Are you freaking kidding?
You look like a lot like a T-95. Yeah.
What is going on? Am I invisible up here? What the hell is going on? How am I just sitting here shooting with no one shooting back at me?
Dog bias.
This is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. And as soon as I hit the adrenaline, I'm right here. Like, I couldn't be more visible. I'm an enormous fluorescent hot dog the size of the Great Wall of China, and no one's shooting me.
Well, you know, it's a blessing, I suppose.
Look at it.
You picked a really good bush.
Look at it. No. There we go. The toggity tog. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations to Dingbat on your giveaway win. There'll be a T14 in the mail, hopefully sometime soon from Wargaming. I'll whack you and all the other winners in from recent games. Thank you for everyone for just watching, turning up. Make sure to tell your friends, your family. Make sure to enjoy life. Live it to the fullest. Look after your dog. Be nice to your mum and dad. Eat a full lunch. Plenty of veg. And I'll be streaming PUBG on my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/thebushka in about 15-18 minutes. So stick around for that. If you want to go and watch that, I'd really appreciate the more the merrier. That is twitch.tv/thebushka. I'll be over there streaming PUBG in just a little while. Until next time, guys, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.
The heck?